we made it out to Etheridge for the first testing tune of the year, and a couple of things are different. The first is that it's a Saturday afternoon. This is the first time we're going to run this thing actually in the daytime, which is a bonus because it's sunny today. So the track will be a little bit warmer than we're used to. It's about 65 degrees right now. It's perfect. Other things that are different, we came on a trailer this time because I plan on stepping on this thing. I don't want to leave here today without that number. Now, speaking of leaving here today without the number, there's a lot of cars here, so I don't know how many runs we're going to get. I'm going to try to be first in the lanes over there and see how she goes. Now, as far as Mission Improbable goes, it's in the same condition. We haven't changed anything from the last time. Its best run has been a 932. Remember, we were shooting for an 899. The only things that are different right now is our throttle body, which we did a whole video on how we modified the throttle body, and we found that we picked up an extra like 300 RPM, like usable RPM, where it's actually pulling. So that's a bonus, and we're going to use that strategically. There's a huge drop in RPM between first and second. And remember, this thing has a 3.83 first gear, so like that's one of the reasons it pulls the way it does down low. We want to run it out a little bit further, as far as we can, before it noses over, and try to take advantage, not have so much of that gear drop, or you're gonna have the same gear drop, but it'll put the motor just slightly more into its happy zone, which is around 4,000 RPM, 3,500, 4,000 RPM. So we're gonna push our shifts out a little bit further. Tire pressure, we've got 22 in the passenger side. We've got, 20 in the passenger side, 22 in the driver's side. That's what seemed to work best the last time we ran it. And what else? The motor mount. In the last video, somebody asked me what I did about the motor mount, because we had a lot of stretch. So what I did here was I cut a slice in this bracket. I don't know if you can see it here. I cut a slice in this bracket, took about 1/4 of an inch out, and then pulled it down and welded it back together again. So now there's like really no give. It's solid. You know, it's not as solid as if it was solid mounted, because you start to run into a problem with these things. From what I understand, because I don't have a vast amount of experience, but from what I understand, when you really lean on these 4 liters, they'll break the bolts on the motor mounts. So I don't want a solid mount. We want to have some rubber there for a little bit of cushion, so it's there. So I'm going to drive it around the pits a little bit here, get the fluids all, you know, circulated and warmed up a little bit, and we'll get into the lanes and let her rip. Hopefully we get it first time out. We'll see. So I'm a little rusty. The launch was a combination of bog and tire spin. I'll get with it. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible. 209.60, which is on par. I believe it only ran like a 202 on that, the 932, its best run ever. Ended up running a 947, not terrible, at 71.7 miles an hour. So we picked up a little over a mile an hour over the last time out, or over our best run. So you're shooting at me now. This isn't the Tesla. All right, I'm gonna get back in the lanes and let's try this again. 928. So we've dropped 928 with a 7. So we've dropped 4 almost 500s. 72 miles an hour, 72.3 miles an hour. So far, the best we've ever had. But I got a vibration. I felt it as I was slowing down. And I'm just looking now to see if... Here, give me the... I don't know if it's a U-joint. I don't see what's going on with it, but it was a very pronounced vibration slowing down. I didn't really feel it on the return road, but I felt it as we were slowing down from the run. Question, do we push our luck, or do we put it back on the trailer that we brought just for this occasion? Alright, no cliffhanger. I'm going to pull it up on the trailer. Okay, we accomplished most of what we didn't get our 899, but we did get our best run ever. So there you go. I'll see you tomorrow.